Hi, everybody. Let's continue our walk through the houses with Mars, our passion, our fight, what comes first to us. And in this segment, we're going to talk about Mars in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. And by now you know that Mars is action and energy. It's what you fight with and fight for. It is what comes first to me. It's what gets you riled up and or just plain old excited. So, Mars in the 5th house. Well, please. The 5th house is fun and games. And so you adore anything that you can throw yourself into that is fun. If you are a sports fan, I would be surprised if you really loved golf. Now, I could be wrong, because golf is a very carefully orchestrated sport where you have to be very careful. Mars in the 5th house wants a war. They want passion, because Mars in the 5th is passionate. And you can apply that to all areas of life. Mars in the 5th wants to have fun no matter what it does. So I could see you having season tickets to football games. Basketball didn't used to be a violent sport, but nowadays it is. So that might be what you like. Hockey. In other words, passionate things. You want a hobby that you can throw yourself into, where you can lose yourself in it and have fun. Now, the 5th house also deals with children. So you're passionate about your kids. Your children, particularly the oldest child, tends to put himself or herself first. And that's the kid who needs to be reminded that you're the parent, because they do what they want their way. 5th house, kids, first kid in particular, Mars, gets angry easily, wants it what it wants when it wants it. And that's just what's so. You gotta know that. So what I would do is channel that child's energy into areas of interest that produce a short-term goal with a quick reward. That's what I would do. Mars in the 6th house. Now, this is a very interesting placement for Mars. Mars is what we fight with and fight for. It's what comes first to us. So your job comes first to you. I don't care what sign Mars is in. In the 6th house, of course, you're a disguised Virgo. And so you're going to be a perfectionist, and you're going to want to be needed. You're going to need to be involved in any type of work that is of service to people. If somebody says to you, I need you on this project, what they've said is, I value you and I love you. And so to serve and be needed comes first to you. Now, Mars in the 6th can produce interesting physical issues dealing with inflammation. So what you want is an outlet for that. Something that is that you can throw yourself into, that you can take a stand for. I hope I'm being clear on this. To be needed is to be loved with Mars in the 6th. But you don't want to just be busy. You want to do something that is productive. And so just going up to the supermarket won't cut it. You have to feel that what you do is valued and appreciated. Okay? Cool. Now, Mars in the 7th house. This is the house of other people. Relationships. All relationships, whether personal or business. You throw yourself into your one-on-one relationships. You have to have that one best friend. You have to have that one partner. And so you may find that being married or at least partnered comes first to you. Now, here's the deal. Wherever Mars is what you fight with and fight for. You get my drift now. And so you'll fight with your partner, but you'll fight for your partner. And the catch-22 on this is that your partner puts themselves first. So that partner should be very grateful to you because you're putting them first and they're putting themselves first also. How lovely. You're both on the same page. Them. It works out every single time. I've done charts on people. I've been doing horoscopes for over 50 years. And I have charts on people who have Mars in the 7th house. And they say, my husband aggravates me no end. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's because he's aggravated. But he's grateful that you put him first. Okay, this applies across the boards. So you fight with your partner, you fight for your partner. And as long as you put them first, you work well because you're on the same page. Mars in the 8th house. Oh, this is very powerful because Mars in the 7th is a disguised Libra, wants relationships. Mars in the 8th is a disguised Scorpio. And passion and anger run very, very deep. This is a placement that says, I have very powerful feelings about everything. And Mars in the 8th, anything in the 8th is going to be transformed. It's like the phoenix rising on its own ashes, born again. It's going to be transformed in this lifetime. You want very, very much with Mars in the 8th to help other people create more money. In fact, you may be involved in business deals that involve money so that when it's win for the partner financially, it can be win for you also. The 8th house is a very deep house, and it's all or nothing. This is the lifetime in which you chose to transform unresolved anger issues without leaving the body. This is the lifetime in which you chose to get over deeply buried passions and express them on the highest and best level, which you certainly can. Don't you love it? Now, next time, we're going to talk about Mars in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. And we will be finished with our trip around the zodiac.